Hi guys, here we see about the 13 dams that are marvels of engineering. There are many jaw-dropping structural feats around the world, each with its own interesting engineering designs. But the one type of structure that always leaves us in great awe is dams. Their sheer dimension and immense capacity tend to have a humbling effect on anyone who come across these structures. It often feels a bit like standing in front of a calm, reassuring giant staring at you in all its glory. And it goes without saying, dams are some of the most intricately designed structures in the world. What is a dam? A dam, as defined by the British Dam Society, is a barrier or structure across a stream, river, or waterway to confine and then control the flow of water. Dams vary in size from small earth embankments, often for farm use, to high massive concrete structures generally used for water supply, hydropower, and irrigation. Such structures are essential and crucial for providing energy and water management to many communities around the world. Dams are usually built across or near naturally flowing water in order to manage water resources for human needs. What are some record breaking dams? Dams are amazing structures in and of themselves, but some among them stand out as truly outstanding works of engineering. For example, the highest dam in the world, as recognized by Guinness World Records, is the Jinping 1 Dam in Sichuan, China. She is a whopping 1,000 feet tall, taller than the Eiffel Tower in Paris. The smallest dam in the world, according to some sources, is the Inks Dam on the Colorado River. It stands at around 97 feet, which means 29.4 meters tall, and is about 1550 feet, which means 472-meter long. The deepest dam in the world is widely considered to be the Parker Dam on the lower Colorado Basin, built with 380,000 cubic yards of concrete. The dam has a height of 320 feet, that 73% of which is below the original river bed. Only around 85 feet of the dam structure is visible. What are some of the world's most fascinating and famous dams? And so, without further ado, here are but some of the world's most interesting and famous dams. Here, you will discover some of the largest and most groundbreaking dams around the globe, many of which are used to produce sustainable energy. Who knows? Some of this could be very near to you. This list is far from exhaustive and is in no particular order. Number 1. Contradam in Switzerland was in GoldenEye. First on our list of fascinating dams would have to be the Contra Dam, most commonly known as the Verzassa Dam in Ticino, Switzerland. It is perhaps one of the most famous dams for its epic appearance in the opening scene of the 1995 James Bond movie GoldenEye. Contradam is a slender concrete arch dam standing at a height of 722 feet, which means 220 meter, with a crest length of 1247 feet, which means 80 meter. Because of the dam's slender design, the volume of concrete required to construct it was reduced, which consequently cut down the cost of construction. The dam's base is 292 feet in width and gradually tapers up to 723 feet at the crest. Two spillways were incorporated at each side of the structure, which has a maximum discharge capacity of 1300 cubic meters per second. Contradam also produces power through its 105 megawatt power station, which uses 3 into 35 megawatt Francis turbines to generate an average of 234 gigawatt hours per year. The Lago di Vagarno Reservoir was created by the dam's construction between 1961 to 1965 and is now impounded by the dam. This reservoir has a maximum capacity of 105 million cubic meters of water and a surface area of 400 acres. Number 2. Another fascinating dam in the Golden Dam in Australia. It's located in southwest Tasmania in Australia. Golden Dam is a double curvature concrete arch dam. One of the dam's amazing features is that it's curved both in the vertical and horizontal directions to resist large hydraulic pressures coming from the 12,359,040 megaliters of water in Lake Garden, the largest lake in Australia. The immense volume of water is diverted 600 feet, which means 183 meters, to the underground power station where three hydro turbines can generate up to 432 megawatt of power, approximately 13% of Tasmania's electricity demand is provided by the Gordon power station. Out of the 48 arch dams that have been built in Australia, Gordon Dam is one of the only 9 that is designed as a double curving dam. Number 3. Monticello Dam in USA. This 305 feet concrete arch dam in California, USA is one of the coolest dams in the world because of its mesmerizing spillway, sometimes referred to unfortunately as the glory hole. The spillway is an uncontrolled morning glory type with a tip diameter of 72 feet, which means 22 meters, and sits within the perimeter of Lake Berryessa, the seventh largest man-made lake in California. It can drain 48,400 cubic feet per second of water during the lake's peak level, which occurs when the lake rises to 15 feet, which means 4.7 meters above the spillway's lip. The exit end of the spillway is also famous as a full pipe for skateboarders. Monticello Dam impounds the Puta Creek and can generate 56,806,000 kilowatt per hour of power annually using 2 into 5 megawatt and 1 into 1.5 megawatt turbines. Number 4. Hoover Dam in the USA is probably one of the most iconic of all dams. Hoover Dam is one of the most iconic dams around the world, stretching between the American states of Nevada and Arizona. Originally called the Boulder Dam, this colossal structure stands at a height of 726 feet, which means 221.4 meters, with a base width of 656 feet, which means 200 meters, and a crest width of 46 feet, which means 14 meters. It is a concrete gravity arch dam that was constructed with the purpose to control floods, provide irrigation water, produce hydroelectric power, store water, and create a recreation area. The hydropower station houses various turbines including a 1 into 61.5 megawatt Francis turbine and 2 into 2.4 megawatt Pelton turbine, which produce an annual electrical output of 4.2 TWh. One of the most involved preparations made for the construction of Hoover Dam was the diversion of the Colorado River away from the site. To make this happen, 4 diversion tunnels were bored through the canyon walls, 2 on the Nevada side and 2 on the Arizona side. On the 1st of February 1935, a few years after the Colorado River was diverted, a steel gate was lowered down to allow the water to take its natural course again. That was the first time in history when the Colorado River was fully under human control. The dam impounds the Colorado River, which consequently forms Lake Mead, the largest artificial reservoir by volume in the United States when full. Number 5. The Chinese Three Gorges Dam is another interesting dam. Known as the world's largest hydropower dam, the Three Gorges Dam stretches out 1.4 miles, which means 2.3 kilometers, to span and impound the Yangtze River in the Hubei province in China, capable of producing 87 terawatt hour of electricity per annum. This hydropower dam uses 32 into 700 megawatt and 2 into 50 megawatt Francis turbines. Its structural profile is designed with a large base width of 377 feet, which means 115 meter, and it tapers to 131 feet, which means 40 meter at the crest. Intended not only to produce electricity, the Three Gorges Dams was also constructed to increase the shipping capacity of the Yangtze River and mitigate the chances of flooding downstream by providing large water storage space. The most mind-blowing fact about this dam is that when it was built, it flooded a total area of 1,56,171 acres, which means 632 square kilometers of land with water weighing more than 39 trillion kilograms, which means 42 billion tons. This was a large enough amount of water that it increased the Earth's moment of inertia and slowed the planet's rotation by an estimated 0.06 microseconds. This, in turn, made the Earth very slightly more round in the middle and flat on the top, shifting the pole position by about 0.8 inch, which means 2 centimeter. Number 6. The Terabala Dam in Pakistan is an amazing piece of engineering. Considered the largest earth-filled dam in the world, the Terabala Dam in Pakistan impounds the Indus River and serves as irrigation supply, flood control, and to produce hydroelectric power. In order to properly divert the Indus River, the dam's construction had to be done in 3 stages, where large tunnels were constructed to act as diversion channels. The dam's main wall was built with earthen rock fill that spans 9,000 feet, which means 2,743 meters, from the island to the right hand side of the river. Two concrete auxiliary dams span the river from the island to the left hand side, equipped with 10 into 175 megawatt and 4 into 432 megawatt of turbines. Terabala Dam is capable of producing 14.959 billion kilowatt hour of electricity per annum. Number 7. Almadra Dam in Spain is another amazing dam. One of Spain's tallest structures, the Almadra Dam, also known as Villarino Dam, is located in the country's province of Salamanca. Impounding the Toms River, this concrete gravity arch dam is part of the hydroelectric system known as the Douro Drops. The Douro Drops system is composed of 5 dams from Spain and 3 other dams nearby Portugal. The spillways seen in the photo below can disperse water at a rate of 3039 cubic meters per second. Number 8. The Itaipu Dam in Brazil is enormous. This fascinating hydroelectric dam stretches 25,981 feet, which means 7,919 meters, along the border of Brazil and Paraguay, impounding the Paraná River. It beats the Three Gorges Dam in terms of power output at an average of 89.5 terawatt hours per annum by using 20 into 700 megawatt Francis turbines. 10 of the turbines generate power for Paraguay, while the other 10 bring power to Brazil. Itaipu Dam is in fact a series of 4 dams: a concrete wing dam, a main concrete dam, a rock fill dam, and an earth fill dam. Impressively, the immense volume of concrete used in constructing the dam was properly cured using large refrigeration units equivalent to 50,000 deep freezers. Number 9. The Ataturk Dam in Turkey is an impressive piece of engineering too. Located on the Euphrates River, the Ataturk Dam is the largest in Turkey and ranks 6th among the largest earth and rock-filled embankment dams in the world. It is the centerpiece of the dam 22 dams that exist on the Euphrates and the Tigris, which comprise the integrated sectors of the Southern Eastern Anatolia Project or GAP in Turkey. The Ataturk reservoir has a capacity of 48.7 cubic kilometers of water and equipped with 8 into 300 megawatt Francis turbines, which generates 8,900 gigawatt hours of electric power per annum. The construction of the dam wiped out many important historical sites, including the birthplace of the dam ancient Greek poet Lucian. Number 10. Thousands of animals were relocated to build the Caribou Dam in Zimbabwe. One of the largest in Africa, the Caribou Dam supplies 1,626 megawatt of power to the copper belt areas of both Zambia and Zimbabwe. Impounding the Zambezi River, the Caribou Dam is outfitted with 10 types of Francis turbines capable of outputting an average of 6,400 gigawatt hours of electrical power per year. The dam was designed as a double curvature concrete arch dam to effectively resist the 180 cubic kilometers of water pressing against it. Because of the immense volume of water from the created Caribou Reservoir, more than 6,000 animals had to be rescued by Operation Nova as the Caribou Gorge was flooded. Number 11. The Caribou Dam in the USA can produce a lot of energy. Designed for producing hydroelectricity, the Caribou Dam also serves wildlife resource, forest conservation, and public recreational uses. By impounding the Flathead River, the dam is capable of producing 426 gigawatt hours of electricity per annum. It is one of the two PPL Montana dams located west of the Continental Divide, where the Flathead River empties into the Clark Fork River, which subsequently empties into the Columbia River. Finally, the Columbia River empties into the Pacific Ocean. Number 12. The Garib Dam in South Africa. The Garib Dam was designed to be a hybrid gravity arch dam as the gorge is too wide for a full arch. Gravity abutments are formed using flat walls, then the design gradually arches at the center of the dam. It impounds the Orange River and creates the Garib Reservoir with a maximum capacity of 5,34,000 megaliters. 899 gigawatt hours of electrical power is produced by the dam 4 into 90 megawatt turbines. Number 13. Loch Mulladosh Dam in Scotland has an interesting design. And last, but by no means least on our list of fascinating dams is Loch Mulladosh Dam in Scotland. Forming a major reservoir in the Glen Canich in the Northwest Highlands, this amazing dam was built in the early 1950s. Forming part of the Afric Beauty hydroelectric power scheme, the dam's reservoir extends for around 8.7 miles, which means 14 km westward. The dam is the second largest in Scotland and it has a seemingly counterintuitive V shape with the pointy end of the V facing downstream from the reservoir. The dam is of a mass gravity design and measures at 157 feet 48 meter tall. Mass gravity dams rely on their sheer mass rather than structural form to hold back the weight of water in its reservoir. The dam was subject to stabilization works in the 1980s after it was discovered that it was beginning to crack. There are many other dams around the world with unique and fascinating engineering designs. So, if we have missed them, then feel free to let us know in the comments.